What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Harry the Horse Barbecue. And today we are making a super easy Carolina-inspired pulled pork on the FatStack smoker. We're gonna build that beautiful classic dark bark on the outside of that pork shoulder, get it super tender, shred it up, hit it with some Carolina vinegar sauce, and maybe make a sandwich. Let's find out how that FatStack cooks up a pork shoulder. Let's get it.
Harry the Horse Barbecue.
A classic pulled pork starts with a bone-in pork shoulder, shoulder butt, pork shoulder butt. The pork shoulder cut is usually readily available in most grocery stores and accessible for most backyard barbecue enthusiasts. A bone-in pork butt is usually the go-to for many backyard barbecue cooks because they can be cheap, easy to find, a very easy cook, and they always cook up to be super delicious. A pork butt is also a great option to cook on any kind of new smoker because it's usually a pretty simple and easy to manage cut of meat to cook. You could throw it on your cooker, start to tinker with some different odds and ends, and learn your cooker in the process of cooking something like a pork butt because you're not really running the risk of damaging anything or ruining an expensive piece of meat. So let's find out how well this FatStack is going to be cooking up a pork butt. In order to be cooking up this pork butt on the FatStack, we got to go shopping for a pork butt. This pork butt is looking pretty good. What I've got here is just a pretty run-of-the-mill Swift pork shoulder butt. On sale at my grocery store for 99 cents a pound, and I had to jump all over that. So when I saw this on sale, I knew that I had to put the FatStack to the test and see if it can cook up the best pulled pork possible. So enough horsing around, let's get this pork butt out of the pack. Now, when it comes to pork butts, I usually don't do much because they are a super simple cook, and you could usually render the fat cap down pretty easily, and it's always gonna come out super tender, juicy, and flavorful throughout. In the spirit of simplicity, I've already concocted a little rub in which I've got a 50-50 mix of 16 mesh black pepper, diamond crystal kosher salt, and a little secret on top, which is this high country Carolina barbecue rub. Now, I decided to use that because I'm going for sort of a Carolina style pork here. It's got a lot of those classic spices you see in a lot of barbecue rubs, and add a little sweetness and some of those kind of savory notes in the background of our pork shoulder. So let's mix this up. A little Texas meets Carolina action going on here. That's a great pork rub. We're gonna go nice and heavy on our pork shoulder because it can take all of that rub and seasoning. The name of the game is easy here, y'all. We really just wanna see the kind of cook that FatStack is gonna put on this pork shoulder. Cooking up the classics here on the FatStack. Always good to revisit those classics. Make sure your barbecue game is in shape. Looks good on the backside. We're gonna give her a flip around. And no binders here because this thing just came out of the pack, so it's nice and tacky already. But if you're pressed for time, if you just wanna get a good pork shoulder going, make a quick rub, no binders, no scoring. There's no way you're gonna mess up some old reliable pulled pork. Oh, I love the crusty, fatty top of the pulled pork when it's all done rendering. Woo, my favorite part. This looks amazing. You got that salt and pepper base, but you got a little bit of color from that Carolina rub. I like it. Let's let it hang out for a wee bit. Our super easy Carolina-inspired pork shoulder is all seasoned up and it's ready for the cooker. So let's go fire up the cooker. Sweet. All right, y'all, it's another beautifully windy day and fire management has been a breeze. Get it, breeze? Just kidding, it sucks. The wind can really mess with fire management, and every time I seem to cook on this FatStack, the winds are just going nuts. But our cooker is approaching 250 degrees. We're gonna rock this pork butt anywhere between 250 and 270. I got the damper about a quarter of the way closed. I just wanna whip air through the FatStack and see how opening the damper really affects the cook. So enough horsing around, let's go grab that pork butt and finally get it on. Let's go. Super simple pork butt on the FatStack coming up for y'all. Delicious and easy, my kind of barbecue. Let's get it on. Up and under, okay. Now we're gonna go bone side towards the fire, sort of in the middle of the cooker. Right there looks about good to me. I got a water pan in this time. We're just gonna let this pork butt rock out for a good amount of time. Build a super dark bark on the outside. Pair it with some pickles and some vinegar sauce, a little sando too. It's gonna be amazing. Let's close it down. Boom, shakalaka. Beautiful day for some coffee and to go watch some fires. Yeah. All right, y'all, here's been pretty much the setup. We've been running between 250 and 275 for the majority of this cook. I opened up the damper all the way and you can see that beautiful thin blue smoke rolling out the FatStack. I've kept the fire closer to the door, a couple smaller splits, and a fire like this is maintaining about 250, 275. You can see the shutters are wide open. Whew. Full day of mowing the lawn and cooking up a pork butt sure makes me want to cool off and quench my thirst. What's that? No, I'm not wearing shoes. These are Crocs. Oh, wait, what? Not shoes? Wait, you see a blue? A blue? The sky is blue. There's our blue. I know what I'll do. This will quench the thirst after all that work. All right, y'all, we're about 6.5 hours in on this pork butt, and I have not really been curious at all. I've just wanted this pork butt to rock in that beautiful smoke. Hopefully that fat cap is starting to split and that fat is starting to render. Let's take a gander. Up and under, okay. Ooh, hello. A little porky goodness. Ooh, fat is wiggly and jiggly. Come take a look. All right, y'all, this pork butt is looking good. We're starting to get some pullback from the bone over here. Look how squishy our fat cap is. Yeah, that's that beautiful rendering ability of this FatStack. Just look at this. Oh, look at this. It's like a geyser. Let's give it a little spritz. That is the first spritz of the entire cook. I'd say this FatStack is making a killer pork shoulder. I actually think the contribution of the water pan does a good job in this cooker, so we'll have to keep playing around with that. Man, just look at that fat cap render. Now, in case you're curious, let's take an internal temp. 164 right in the middle of that stall. Coming along nicely though. Again, all we did was spritz with some apple cider vinegar. We're gonna keep temps in that 275 range so we can continue to render the fat and continue to build that beautiful bark that we're seeing on this pork butt. It's gonna be porky and delicious. We're gonna let it rock out. We'll probably end up giving this the foil boat because I love the way that that process allows the fat cap to continue to render. So we're gonna close it down and bring you back for that foil boat wrap. Let's close it down. Boom, shakalaka. It's the next day and our pork has been resting overnight and is just about ready to be unveiled. But first, let's whip up a quick vinegar sauce to go with that pork. Here we go. Our vinegar sauce is gonna start with some vinegar, like some apple cider. Brown sugar's next. And that's the rest that I have in this bag. Some of our rub that we put on our pork. Some Frank's Red Hot. Ooh, that's hot. A couple squirts of some Dijon. Dijon going on. Just a wee bit of ketchup. A little paprika. Super essential is some red chili flake. That is classic Carolina. And a few cloves of smashed garlic. I need one more thing to balance out our vinegar sauce. What could it be? Oh, sure. Blue light works. Man, that's good. Onto the stove. We're gonna bring that vinegar sauce to a simmer. Let's get that pork. Pulled pork time. We're gonna need a bigger tray. Shoot doggy. Oh, look at that crispy bark. Now I've been holding this pork in an oven for about 15 hours. It's time to pull. Yeah, I think it's pretty tender. It smells like whole hog meets bacon at this point. There's just this little guy hanging off. It's gotta go somewhere. That is flavorful. Wow, that's flavorful. Don't forget the goods. It's not just for brisket, y'all. Let's get shreddy. You already knew this was gonna tear apart. It has been a while since I've had some good pulled pork, and that skin is crispy. It's just glorious, y'all. It's smelling so good. That Carolina rub is coming through. All that clean smoke. That smoke from that FatStack did some work. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, look at that. That's the combo bite right there. Let's go for it. That is so tender. Yo, I don't know if it's the FatStack, but holy crap. That is fantastic. It's like even the pieces with no bark are super flavorful. Hold your horses. Yo, this pork is not horsing around. This pork is popping. I'm seriously blown away. That FatStack, I swear, is a different level. It's so fatty. Let's take this to the next level. Since we're in the spirit of making simple and easy pork, let's put together a very simple and easy pulled pork Carolina slider. Some sweet heat pickles, which are my personal fave. Right down on our Martin's potato bun that's been nicely toasted. Right on with our pork that's been drenched in that sauce. Now this definitely needs some coleslaw, and you can make your own. You could either make it from scratch, go the bagged route, but you can go to your local barbecue joint and pick up some already made coleslaw. This is from Handsome Devil Barbecue, where I've made the coleslaw a handful of times. Just right on top with that vinegar-based slaw. We're talking super easy here, y'all. Top it off. Just take a looky-loo at this sandwich perfection. I gotta get after this. There's no words. Oh my goodness, that is good. All those flavors together are not horsing around. I'm just in hog heaven right now. You first get like that meaty, porky, smoky, fatty goodness from that amazing pulled pork. Then you get hit with that acidity and that crunch from that coleslaw. You got this soft, squishy bun that holds it all together, and it's a little crispy too. But then you get hit with that lingering heat from that sweet heat pickle, and it makes it the perfect bite. Don't forget that tang and the spice from that vinegar sauce. I could drink this. That pile of pork is definitely gonna be made into a bunch of these sandwiches. This Carolina style pulled pork is so good, I just can't stop. All day. All day. You ever made that FatStack pulled pork? You don't even need a fork. Smoky, juicy, tangy, tender flavors that you gon' remember. We made a killer same dough. You know I'm the man though. I wear Crocs, not sandals. It smells better than a candle. So ridiculous. Definitely got to do this whole hog style in an upcoming video. Hello. Carolina knows what's up. That's a beast of a sandwich. The best pulled pork I have ever made, without a doubt. Thank y'all for tuning into Harry the Horse Barbecue. I really appreciate you checking out this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel below. I know you want to do it and it helps me out. Let's continue to grow the channel. So hit that subscribe button below. You know we got that crispy bark on the outside of that pork shoulder. So go ahead and leave a like on this video. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts about how the FatStack cooked up that pork shoulder and what I could potentially do differently to make this even better. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we're posting new content. And you can follow me on Instagram at Harry the Horse Barbecue. Tag me so I can see what y'all are cooking because it really inspires me to get outside and cook. And with that being said, there's only one more thing, y'all. This one is going straight to the horse's mouth. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.